Mbazulike Amechi family, Bala Akuma for very little testimony. If anyone, we program can do. For instance, the formation of us in 1996, he invited me. Wherever Makibo and others, one-on-one, why can't you reach out, give me information of Association of Town Unions in Anambra State? And I reach out to Chimeze Kanzo, and that's how ASLEPU was formed. Dala Akuwa for live and die for Igbos. When I went to the program, no one I did remember. I'm happy, Your Excellency. Solution. What the can you push you on from there in a 2 way up and way? You see, because okay, everyone's where I'm casting at a woman. When you can't like it, so charming, do you see a woman and mamma or Boko? No. Oh, you want Poroko. Now, dear, why no more type will be? No, the senior man, the median of Chitania. I want my folk. I'm my folk, where the letter. I'm happy no man ever. You always send me to come and invite me. And I'll go for me that I'm adopted child. He's an adopted child. Mbazulike Amechi no Haneze. Yawa be assisting a committee on the Biafra. Monday Beloka. Doing the Biafra. And he organized that time. Who way if I can but I can't compare with him by Togo. Neither by Salah on the dine on air today in a security. Ojegwa onye share na share biko ya hapu nwa ka ododo ka obiri hia yoria emere the last one who the president bi Abakaliki one of the son never upon simbia kaje ayelu Abakaliki osindu jepe ebe onye share no oruo sia oku ihu ahu ikuru nya ka na ekuru ha furu no nwa ka ododo na ni emere also butara ndị mmadụ the younger ones. O nwere oge nje kwuru ya si ebe ị na-eso zik usota ya nọ na ụka anyị dị n'ụmụazị asị na zik na-abụ igosi ike ọhọrọ ijiji ma olukọrọ mbụbasịwa Oge na-agwọrị ọgwụ ahụ ka ndị na-agwọrị ya nyere anyị ka anyị wee nwee ike were efe warakwuwe. O were sị na the only thing bụ courage, intelligence, na ịdị courage and information. Na ha na-ama pashia na n'ime dịka oge ha dị mma fa zik fụọ na mmadụ nwere ike yiri efe dịka zik ije na zik. Nwa m ịmara ibe na ọ ga eji aka ha ma mmadụ ọ na-eme mfewa ma ọ naghị eme. Eje m agwa nke ahụ. Agributin. Olugbo ọgụ oge anyị nọ n'ọha na eze n'Enugu. I was raising my hand. Ikemba na ndị otu eji nwa obodo ha bata, kpọrọ polisi bata, security men. Esozi obu wee sị na ndị Igbo na nzukọ ka ihe kpatara nwatakịrị ya ebe a. Ka ihe kpatara nwatakịrị Mbazulike si mgbe onye ha aka elu m jiri aka mebe. Na m ga-ekwuriri okwu. Emechaa sị nke okwu wee sị ya nna ukwu. At the 45 ka ị na-akpọ m nwazi mana 30 n'ịmụ head of state ndị a na-respect. Menere m ebere ka anyị maa ma ije egwuro. Onye hari anya because the only thing adịghị n'ọnụ ya bụ sorry. Onye hari anya. The young man has successfully defended himself. And that is wrong. Then the last daragwara na ọ bụrụ na ndị na-achị anyị ga na-ege ntị ma ọ na-enye chance ka a na-akpa ha akpasoghị nka mgbe ya n'oge enwechara a natara enwere Ojukwu as governor. Now the greatest mistake was keeping them 10 miles away from their community. Waiting even a house arrest. Now man got 10 miles away from his house. Now when wasting time to communicate with each other, if we went back on the way. Thank you very much. We need to stand on a very established protocol. It is with deep sense of loss, but with gratitude to God Almighty. The entire state executive and members of the president of the state. Surely, to one of the it was a serious shock. The mighty Holy country has indeed fallen over the land. And one hopes that narrative bullets that passed on it have not scattered and are not scattered. Better will be a very active member of human being. Nigeria has indeed lost a true nationalist and a patriot. We in the Resident State Chapter shall greatly miss him. We shall miss his wise counsel and miss his encouragement. Nigeria shall miss his forthright contributions to nation building. Then I could want for visits to our country home. We remember the happy moments we have shared with you and the words of wisdom during those visits. Indeed, you will be greatly missed. Death is therefore a necessary end that will come when it will come. I could want for
you have answered the final call from your Creator. God in His infinite mercy granted you the grace to live to a grand old age, a very long life of service to humanity. You have fought a good fight for your country. May the good Lord also grant your gentle soul eternal life. And then to the members of the family and entire people community, we express our heartfelt condolences for the irreparable vacuum created this year. Let me just simply add my voice to the request which he tagged his last wish, requesting for our son to be released. And to God be the glory that one of our illustrious sons again, in the person of Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has joined his voice in making such a request. Therefore, I, Chukwuma the President of the will still join my voice to plead that the man will be released to Mr. Solution, because he seems he has solution to handle it and to bring peace, not only in Yoruba State, but to the entire Southeast. Solution can be released to you. Thank you, and God bless the Yoruba State.
Thank you. Yes. Next, dignity children of the provisioning. Please come forward. It's possible to limit up to 2 minutes. At my age. So that is at my level. Overall level, over grade. You only the carabo. Now very few. I'm going to 3 things from him. I'm not like a money agent also. In Constituent Assembly in 1988. And I'm also draft to them on this shop maker. Sitting there saying, "Man, election now." Ndekata ama ihe nje kwa no n'ụgbọ draft. Nse ka ndụ. Onye na-eche ndebe se na mmege. So mụ na-eme ihe dị mma. I defeated my opponent. In the federal constituency. In the Constituent Assembly in 1988. Ekenere m unu. Na gọvanọ anyị nọ ebe a. Erighị m ekele gị. 2 minutes ekwu. Ama m mgbe ị na-eyi white. Sọsọ white ka ị na-eyi. Mmadụ onye na-eyi white na obi na-adị ọsọ every time. Ka m wee gwa ohere a kene gị. Nyiri ịrụ ụlọ anyị eji wee mee celebration of his death. Ihe ọzọ ihe emekwara anyị bụ ihe otu ihe a na-ekwu ebe a. Maka ọsị m na onye na-achị obodo a na o kwere ekwe na ọ ga-erelease nwanne anyị. Ọ pụsị ya nke na-eme na-eme. Jide ka iji. Ana m anọ karị na fon. Ihe na-achọ ka imekwa ụdị ihe ahụ. Imere anyị afaghị ama mfu efu. Nka mkpazi unu dara akụ nwafọ is the only person n'ụkpọ. Ụkpọ niile gbakọrọ aka wee chụba ọsọ wee chụba dara akụ nwafọ. Ụzọ ihe na-atọ ịtụ n'egwu na-ekwu eziokwu. Nke ọzọ na-enegbo ọ maka akụwa afọ ka anyị ji eso ọgba ọsọ n'ogbo nlegharị anya na masị ebe nna anyị kwuru na ọmụma dị ihe na-epụtazi ya na ya na-akọ akụkọ so ekelere m gọvanọ na-achịzi steeti kedu ndị niile na-edisi na ọganaiz wee ka e wee nye bata ụlọ n'obi ọcha ka Chineke nọnyere onye ọbụla bịara ebe a n'afọ akụnwafọ ka Chineke nọrọ onye ndị ya abịa nwata ndị ọkwọ na ndị ọkwọ nwere ihe mmere ihe thank you.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of the State, my neighbor, Professor my good friend, the Deputy Governor of the State, Dr. Mbazulike, the Chairman of the Distinguished Senator, this is because of what I'm saying, let me stand on the already established protocol. I greet this important occasion of a day of tribute to our village political figure, the late Chief Mbazulike Amechi, by these important Nigerians gathered here today with a touch of antithesis of sadness and joy. Sadness because Nigerians and the world have lost a great personality. And joy in the fact that the late Chief Amechi did humanity proud in all ramifications, evident in the fulfilling life of service in age. The late Chief Amechi spent a great deal of his life on earth, impacting, defending, and investing in the natural good in the lives of Nigerians in different positive ways. Through his life and times, we are all witnessing that Amechi stands as a vital reminder of his legacy and message. His message through his life of service also prophesied and acted. And no man or woman should rest, which our Chief Mbazulike Amechi has initiated. Our humility, as independent, was total, that he nearly died in the defense of one Nigerian. The struggle that ended the name the boy is. As his passion for a great Nigeria cannot be overemphasized. I thank God that he reaped the fruits of his labor, for he lived to see ambitions to public life, was his originality, courage, hard work, and dedication to duty as a minister. He was a minister with a difference. It is on record that as the first minister of aviation, Chief Amechi was instrumental to maintain. The late Mbazulike Amechi was elected member of House of Representatives in 1959 on the Northern Level of Congress. His son, Honorable Barrister Mbazulike Amechi, became a member of the Fourth Honorable House of Assembly, where he received one of the most important legacies that ever lived. Whose documented life and science speak volume of a personality of great repute. At this juncture, the I humbly call on the federal government to immortalize the name of Chief Amechi by naming an important federal institution. Mbazulike Amechi Centennial Records, and enjoin us to uphold his philosophy of service to village and humanity and the as a selfless politician and patriot. On behalf of the State Senate Assembly, family of late Mbazulike Amechi of Ukon, my name is Amechi of Anambra State, with the fact that their father lived a fulfilled life of service. We remember a treasure. We are loved beyond words and missed beyond measure. Ideal foremost Nigerian, ideal great Zekist, ideal great father, ideal Ghana at Wafo, may the soul rest in the bosom of our Lord. Thank you. n'okwu ego a n'okwu ego a ama na agụụ na-abịa Anambra kwenu. The Deputy Governor, the Speaker, our former Governor, Lady Etiaba, the former Deputy Governor, the Sabodo, the Chairman of Education, Honorable Mono, Jopo Ekenemono, the family Mbazulike Amechi Ekenemono, none. Ndị be anyị niile mmekwutara okwu aka nnukwu ụzọ okwu ebia tata none. Wee sikwuzie unu Happy Valentine's Day. Good. Na ụfọdụ na-ebe a mgbe a nọ na-eche ebe a na-aga na-asụ oyibo na-aga ụfọdụ na-enene time ka a mara ma oge Valentine ma ndị otu ya olubego and so on. But let me say, dear friends, statesmen, one of those who laid the foundation of this country, the Independence Day that will celebrate love. For a man who also died and spent much of his life, from his student days, he joined the Zikis movement in the love of Nigeria. Fortuitously, today, the Valentine's Day, the tribute is the national, the international tribute, because Dara Kumafo lived. He didn't live in Abuja, he didn't live in Lagos. And so the national celebration for him is in his hometown, in his home state, Anambra, Zikist unto death. A nationalist, one who believes to grow. I also say, there are times like this, we often say these things when the person has died. Let me use this opportunity to celebrate several of our chairmen of the burial committee, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyamu, for him to chair the National Burial Committee. He couldn't join. He couldn't join us here. I understand they had some challenges this time. And then also, he was always there. Our leaders are Ọkwakafa ma ọ daa okwuo kama ya gafeta na nke anyị o wee ofuma na. So you make right what you made wrong, and our various communities helping to keep the peace. Souls that have passed through, they think every day of our lives is worth celebrating. So why we celebrate, today is of Dara, a nationalist, a statesman. And I think this to summarize it all. At a personal level, our paths did not cross much. I first heard of him and learned of him from a lecture, two of the lectures that in a class, Pole Science 101. I took then, Professor Kudiban Nale was the lecturer, but occasionally he would invite some eminent he was one of the Zikis and was one of the 6 that went to jail. And during some of those classes, that's when I first heard of Mbazulike, and we talked about their doggedness, their determination, their belief in the country to the extent that they were prepared to lay down their lives. They believed in Zik, what dated Nigeria, in the Pan-Africanist ideology of Zik, in the power of the black man. Zik wrote a book himself, The Renaissance Africa, distanced himself from them, and they were imprisoned. And I remember his rapper and his arrow cap also, speaking to us He would then tell that when he came out, he decided that he must be more educated than Zeke. And that's why he went back to the university and acquired 2 PhDs. That's how I heard about Mbazulike Amechi for the first time. The second, and I must say, the only other time I had a very close contact with him was in January of 2010 when I was contesting for the office of governor of Anambra. And I went to Okpo. And that was late in the evening. We're in his house and we spent a few minutes because we had to go. That day I learned there was no access and so on and so forth, but it took us quite a while driving to his residence. And I never forgot the experience, the discussions we had, even though, a political season, you would just go, he will pray and bless you, and then the next person will come, you will pray and bless him. Everybody went on a courtesy call. Presence. It was so enveloping, his presence, and the way he spoke with almost fitting authority on the matters, and admonishing us, to be able to keep and execute our manifestos that we were rolling out before him. All the other times I saw him from afar. I either read his statements, and every time he was part of a delegation either to see the president or to go to Abuja, that he traveled from Anambra to Abuja. That sank in me. And I will say a word about it in a second. And so, while we celebrate him and celebrate all our leaders and Anambra is the birthplace of giants. If you think of the blessings, the benefits, the people who have contributed in various ways in shaping the history of this country, Anambra must never miss. That message is that indeed, ụmụnne m ndị Anambra, ndị Igbo, ndị Nigeria, our future is in our past. Our future is in our past. If I reflect back about the lives and of these people led up to independence, I think these people believed, they were patriotic, they were nationalists, they valued Amechi, the premier of Eastern region. After Mbazulike had gone to become president, he became the premier. Made by peasant farmers, farmers, because there were not much commercial agriculture then. Cities of Onitsha with main market, Enugu, Port Harcourt, Calabar, Aba, Umuahia, and so on and so forth. Everywhere, clean streets with the GRAs functioning, planned, and people could step out of their homes and take a walk. The southeast region had the fastest growing region of any part of the world at the rate of about 9.8% year on year. And guess what? That southeast region, the eastern, as a kid, pipe, and you will see a long queue, pipe-borne water running. 50-something years after, Amechi left the shores of this country at the heat of the Civil War. He went on exile. And when he came back, he did not have a hut in his home at Umuahia. Just think of it. Just imagine in today's world, fast forward to today, when I say that our future is in our past. Our future is in our past. That's part of what these people left for us. Imagine Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa, Cross River, plus the 5 southeastern states. Governors of all of this finished office, didn't have a house in their homes before they started, and leaving office still with a hut
that it took some concerned businessmen to control the generation that fought for us. That's the generation that left for us, dear friends. It's not to mourn and shed tears. It's not to clap and say he lived. Our future, the future of this country, the future of Anambra, the future of Igbo, lies in going back to those fundamental values that propel them to service above self. That's number one. Number two, you walk, you talk. You can be talking about Idozi Anambra, Idozi Igbo. And this is what I see that we share in common. He was a Zikist. I describe myself as a new Zikist. And I will say one thing about that in a second. He believed in the homeland. He believed in seven. I said, let the world, and that's why when I organized the first Okibo Memorial Lecture, I insisted no Enugu ka ga-eme. I'm going to Lagos, I'm going to Abuja. A lot of people were asking me, he was a national, it's a kind of complex. We go to in the bind. Now, the former chief economist of the World Bank and senior vice president, and former chief economic advisor to President Clinton. I brought him all the way. He landed in Lagos and flew into Enugu. And I took him around Mamiliking Hill. I then Obete. Jeliem ofe nwanyi na-esi eba o si actually local food. I put a back obelezo kubalasi bedroom mana. We must say obolo na aya siro na ebe anyị nwere onye ga-asị na ebe ụnọ. It is one legacy that Darak Nwafọ left for us. We must go back and say no. And I've got them in the Anambra. In any event outside of Anigbo, you will not any invitation, especially on a work day. Be rest assured, I will not be there. Because I cannot leave all in the Anambra when Eba, Balobiaba, Chowari, Abuja, Chowari, Lagos, and so on. I will not do that. Ka governor bịa ibute ya Anambra. Ime ya ebe ọzọ, good luck, jisi ike. Ịnọsị exile, imegene, ịnọta. It's a lesson that Akunwafọ left for us, and we must never miss this important lesson. The last, or the second, third and the last one. The third is what has been said severally by several people. He made a very passionate call that they clear man. I bundi Anambra, I bundi Igbo. Oku will say with either the purpose, the destination, or even the means. Man Oku basa Nigeria, na ekwu. Ekwu. And you like it, you don't like it, you got what and they involved in the affair. Fabiana table, came again. If we make a campaign, now if you pass Nigeria, now again, and so his call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu is appropriate. And I also, when I became governor of Anambra, was incarcerated in Akuja. I led a team of other prominent Igbos to go to visit him in Kuja. That was my first time. First, and literally the last, until I visited him at the DSS custody again. We saw him, came out, addressed an international press conference and called for him to be released from jail. Decisions. Now, when he came out, he wanted to pay me a courtesy, and I said, no, it was not necessary. I was abroad. I didn't do it to be thanked or to. And it happened then. You find his own supporters, those in ESN, those in this, they are in the bush or whatever. Now, in the southeast, every criminal, if you catch them, they claim to be, they are now the ones fighting for liberation.
know that he is running their gun. And let's be very clear, in Anambra here, everyone that we have caught in criminality, kidnappers, those in the various forests and bushes with arms, 100% of them are Igbos. 100% are Igbos. Large chunk of them from neighboring states, but a significant number increasingly also in the Anambra. And I'm glad our great hero, now past, is from Okpo, or was from Okpo. But it's a great land. But Okpo got taken over by these hoodlums. Several of the camps, think about 3 of them, were in Okpo. The day we went on a battle or the war to liberate Okpo, it was about 5-hour war to dislodge them from their camps. That's not what I think, and that's why we need, part of the reason we now need Nnamdi to be out, so that to separate the chaff from the substance. We know who are those who are here, and then the huge criminals. It has now become a huge industry. All kidnappers, all those of them, everybody is now in liberation struggle. The mechanic was the command the ala. You know. So, and that I insist that for us to secure, it's not going to be the end, no. Because several of the criminals, agitation. And that's why I repeat, and we will never rest, and I am confident that Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Nnamdi Kanu will be released. I am confident that he will be released. Omeronizu, Omenonwa. Omeronizu, Omegene, Omenonwa. Except we are not all united and interested in securing the Southeast. That's one major legacy of Darak Nwafo that we must never forget and we must continue to follow on. Those who are here who subscribe to the neo-Zikist philosophy, especially in the aspects that pertain to Pan-African, the black race, the Renaissance Africa, especially the black Africa, and seeing us an integral part of the world. We are better in a united Africa, in a united Nigeria. Those of us who believe that must not be shy in canvassing this. Indeed, we need the space of everywhere else. I quit notice. Our chairman, planning and strategy committee of Hanez and Igbo worldwide. We did a count and came to the conclusion that then about 11.6 million in Igbo n'ugwu Hausa. N'ugwu. Ugwu Hausa ka anyị. Yes, 11.6 million. Now in the north. Over 7 million in Lagos alone. With more than 75% of our non-land assets outside the Igbo land. Now, you cannot afford with this kind of stake to have a country like Nigeria will be most potent for this year back. We are in everybody's village. We are in everybody's village. And Ojemba ade Megede ade Mwilo. And so, in that neo-Zikist pan-Nigeria truly believes that that is the future for Ndebanye. But it is a future agapapa. And that's why we also articulated the process and the framework for restructuring of Nigeria. That the future, the future of Nigeria lies in a restructured Nigeria. That remains potent, that remains the way forward. And I So while we mourn, dear friends in the mind, dear Anambra, while we mourn, let us celebrate. Is
that we keep the memory, we keep the flame alive. Let's keep the flame burning. Let's keep the flame of all the legacies that he left. His legacies are not in terms of the man, are the ideas, the values that he embodied, the values that he espoused, the values. Anambra, Ndi Igbo, Nigeria will continue to win, and the black race will finally have the Renaissance Africa. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Appreciation from the family. The family is so we invite members of the family to come forward to appreciate Mr. Bailey, Nigerians, and everyone being here for this wonderful occasion to come forward to appreciate the people who are here. What a day. Mr. Governor, Dr. Soludo, the Deputy Governor from Anambra State, Mr. Speaker, may I please stand on the existing protocol for lack of time. I stand today as the last identifiers of today's ceremony of Chief Mbazulike Amechi. On behalf of the day today, to pay tribute to this great labor, welfare, and the Nigerian. Mr. Governor, the first appreciation goes to the Governor of Anambra State. On the first day of November, when I got passed on, I recall that the Governor called before 8 a.m. He just landed on a flight and heard the what happened. He called immediately and expressed his condolences. As a matter of fact, we adopted the theme of this funeral, end of an hour, because it was the government that actually said that. So Mr. Governor, thank you for that caption, end of an hour. Thank you very much, sir. And again, Mr. Governor made life very, very easy for us, because part of the greatest concerns we had was how to get to our not too remote village, but remote because there were no motorable roads. Then the day as governor started the roads, and when she left it was when Mr. Governor made the road. So you know the number of years they went from when she was governor and when Professor Soludo became governor. In between those years we were crying. And I recall that Mr. Governor said the roads will be more trouble by the time of the funeral. And we had this big debate. The governor is very lettered and was very careful with words. So I was saying, is it more trouble that is graded? Is it more trouble that cars can pass? More trouble was not defined for us. So we are delighted of more trouble. But to a greater completely. So it cut our travel time to about 1 minute, believe me, so today. Thank you, sir. So our next time we go to who
I will call the Chief Marshal. I heard that unbelievable. Chief Marshal, he has taken this on himself. As a matter of fact, sometimes he's been running more than us. He's been carrying this more than even the family. So my great thanks to him. I can't express the kind of gratitude I feel towards him. I also have our own brother who said that the Secretary of the National Planning Committee, Honorable Saturday Manabo, he also been working very, very hard. Outside of this, I'm glad that I work under him because he really drives you to work. And of course, as the governor of 14 governors of the PDP, he knows the rules. Thank you very much, Saturday. Thank you, because today is the National Day of Tribute in Anambra State and where it comes from. But we have to take it nearer Abuja because we had some managerial Nigerians who could visit Abuja, but that was a little bit too far. People like like I said, plan, execute and implement that event. And even hosting us at his own cost. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. And this shows us that there is love in Igbo land and we also pay back to people who they did well. So much, sir. Of course, my thanks also goes to the chairman of the state organizing committee for this event who had to travel out. Innocent Chukwu, innocent. If it is somewhere who has been part of this planning of this great event today, I will say great job. Thank you very much, sir. I will say the rest. Discipline Amani has always been a member of the National Planning Committee. He was a person in Abuja and was always the first person to log into any Zoom call. And sometimes she would log in an hour before Friday would remind her. Everybody has delivered a tribute from Professor Gwebe, who has always sent to
Yes, I say the governor of Anambra State. Your Excellency the Deputy Governor. Mr. Speaker, protocol, can I stand on the listing one who says the large ambition? Okay, Excellency, the former governor. Because ordinarily, it would have sounded rude on my part to continue to waste your time. Because what I had, my instinct was to say, thank you, and thank you very much indeed. But a few things need to be mentioned. We don't do that. Dalu, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Life. It costs about 5 million to rent this place. You have done it for us. Now, this is also in addition to the road and in addition to funding this exercise here today. Please, let's give a round of applause. And to the chairman of the day, you've always been who you are. Oh, Cousin Mbazulike. Then I want to Mbazulike, Dalo. I knew the pains it took to be here. I knew the confusion we had in the committee trying to get an appropriate chairman of the day. Dalo, thanks for coming. The CID, I thank you also for representing the National Planning Committee. I had a jumper, a great man. He has done us proud. Please convey our heartfelt gratitude to him and your entire committee. We are really grateful. I am very, very grateful.
Your Excellency, you have some indefatigable workers here. One of them is your Chief of Staff. The other one is your Deputy Chief of Staff. I worked. And so I thank the Mbazulike Amechi family. I've seen families keep their dead ones in the morgue for 5 years, resolving family disputes. But today we have a united family, a closely knit family, making things very easy for us. Tagbo, Dalunu, oh, Dalunu, Jidenu Kanunu Ji, Oga Balunu, oh, Darabunai, Obezbo Mado. And I remember when I was a small boy, they were asking us to draw a fine man. It was a picture I used. So, and that earned me some good marks. Mama Lambra, Dalu, in a very special way, Dalu. Oh, Dalu, thanks for coming. Oh, I don't feel like this, I'm very happy. Dalu, oh, Dalu. Because Igwe no, here no local, in the state organizing committee, Dalu no na waka. In a very special way, because I want to thank my own professor, Professor Muchazi. You made my day by coming here because I just gave him a phone call and said he had my voice that he will not disappoint me, that he will come. So please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much. And of course our presidential candidate is here. Amechi, so thank you very much, Your Excellency, for want of time and to save all of us the time. I want to stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen,